Hey,
What?
I just wanted to say hi. But now I'm touching cotton. Hey, what's up? Scott Balkum here from Imagination Creation Films, and today we're doing a speed ramping tutorial, but a really simple one. And, you know, if you saw that little skit, it's cute, it's short, it's not well done, but what I try to do is I try to challenge myself every day to shoot something that I can shoot in an hour. And I thought that one up, went out there, shot it, we practiced it a couple times, and there's a whole bunch of things I would already change on it. But the concept is there and you can understand what I'm trying to get to and it'll work for the tutorial. So what I want to do is dive in here and show what I did. So we only had a couple of shots in this scene and they're really simple. They were actually very difficult because she is so much shorter than I am that it became really hard to get it to work. And in fact, if you see that little zoom in that happened, it's because I didn't have a third person to run camera for this or an actor. And it really kind of, I didn't like that. And I had to come up with a way to make that work. I'm not real happy with it. In the end, I would have done it completely different, but it's what I got in 1 hour. But I staged her and myself, and I got the over the shoulder so I could see what we're going to do. I had her down there picking up rocks, and then when I walked up, I told her just continue to pick up rocks, and I will selectively yell, hey, when she has her arm down picking up a rock. And I told her she should pause when I say, hey. So you can see here, she's reaching down, and she's picking up a rock, and I scream, hey. Now, at this point, what I actually did was I zoomed in the lens so that it would give her more of a full face when she came up to the camera. The problem is you end up with this funky framing, and I wasn't really happy with that. I didn't notice it until after the fact. That's poor planning. So what I did here was I cut the timeline here, and I wanted to kind of zoom in to this existing framing here, which is all it was I just went more telephoto on the lens. And I constructed that it was 189% scale in this shot. So I cut the timeline right here. I did it just for cleanliness. I did a keyframe right here for scale. And then I moved over to the end and I set another keyframe, and then I set that to 189% scale. Now I went in and I right clicked and I chose a Bezier curve. And I did that so that I could show this nice little ramp that's taking place here. And you just basically grab the little handlebars and you twirl it until you get this nice, beautiful little ramp. What that did was just give it a little swish. It kind of accelerated into it. So this part right here is the actual zoomed in shot from in camera. And we've got her where she stands up, and then she's getting ready to run, and then I cut it. So now I want to show you this nested section right here. And to do that, I'm actually going to recreate it over here on a copy of the timeline. Now, this is not going to be a perfect copy of this because, well, I'm not really good at the screen captures yet, but we'll get there shortly. So we're going to use this footage right here. This was one continuous shoot. This is where I walk up and I call to her, and then I actually walk back and I zoom the camera in and get that bad angle. Now I tell her to go. Now she's going to stand up and she's going to run all the way back to here. So I'm going to go from the go right there. I'm going to set an endpoint. She runs all the way back, gets it right up in the camera. And says, what? Right there. So we're going to set an out point right here. Now we're going to drag this down to the timeline. Now this is where we're going to be working with this particular clip. Now the first thing we want to do for a speed ramp is we want to kind of enlarge this little section here. You just do that by grabbing and dragging it up to the top. That gives you a larger area to work with. Then you're going to right click on the little FX on your clip. Go down to time remapping and click speed. Now you can time remap this entire shot. Because what I really want is I want her to turn around, get up, start running. When she starts running, I want to speed that up real fast, have her shoot over, and then slow her back down so she can deliver her line. So we have her, she's turning, and now she's going to start running. So we're going to put the playback bar right where we want to start, and we're going to click on the actual clip, and then we're going to click a keyframe right here. Then we're going to go to where she runs up, and we're going to put one right here. Now, we're going to take this middle bar right here, and you're going to hold down your mouse button, and you're going to drag it up. And you can see what's happening. I'm going 300, 400, 500. You can only go 1,000% on a speed ramp, but I'll show you how to cheat that next because we need a whole lot more than 1,000%. So we're going to put that here. Let me zoom in. All right. So right now, let me play it back. That looks really, really, really silly. And so we want to kind of ramp this a little bit. So we're going to drag the left side of your, I don't even know what those are called, the arrows. And then we're going to drag the right side, and we're going to do the same. What that will do is that will ramp it up just a little bit. So we're going to run up, and then she delivers her line. Now you can smooth this even further by grabbing the little handlebars right here and turning them. So now it's going to come down at a rapid point. And then same here, we hit this and we drag it the other way. Now, when we play this back, so she's turning right here and then she runs over. That doesn't look convincing that she's super speed. It doesn't look convincing because she's only running at 1,000% and it just kind of looks cartoonish. So what we're going to do to get over that 1,000% is we're going to put our timeline right here, and then we're going to hit the C key for cut, and we're going to cut right there. Next, we're going to come back to here. That's the ramp down, and we're going to again hit the C key, and we're going to cut there. Now we have this section right here, which is now separated, but we have a nice Bezier curve, and we also have everything timed properly because you need to not cut your clips when you re-motion them or when you re-ramp them, or else it'll stutter. It won't look right. Now we can go into this clip right here, which is already sped up 1,000. We can right click on that and do speed duration. Let's do 600% of 1,000. That would be, a lot. And then we also want to ripple edit. What that'll do is bring in the other clip there. Now, as we go frame by frame, you can see there's only about 4 frames that hit. So So what I want to do here is I want to cut. Let's just increase here. I want to cut from right here, and I want to cut right here. So we're going to highlight all 3 of these. We're going to right click and we're going to choose nest. Now I have this nested little ramp sequence, and I just now need to time when she comes up and delivers her line. So now we're going to use a J-cut to overlay her line on top of mine so I can start my screen while she's still delivering hers, as would happen naturally when you scare someone. I have her right here ending, but her audio continues. And this is her audio of her saying what. And I have it go over the top of my screen because I'm screaming because she just ran up that fast, and you kind of deliver both lines at the same time. But this is the audio from this track, but I kept it going beyond where the actual video was because I've already cut over to me. That might have been a little confusing. I don't think it went as well as I had planned, both in the shooting of this and in the tutorial. But you know what? That's what this is all about, is me getting better at doing this so that I can be better at helping you explain what I'm doing. I can do this, but doing it in 1 hour and then explaining it on the fly, it gets a little bit troublesome for me, but that's why I'm doing it. I'm doing it to get better at it and to help and share and do all the things that, I don't know, that people should do. So if you have any questions about this, do feel free to leave them in the comment section below. I do try to read and respond to every single comment, even if it's just to say thank you. I do have a Patreon. I would greatly appreciate it if you would support me on Patreon. Because, you know, that's what people do. Also, if you would, please subscribe to this channel. I'm trying to build a community, and I think you'd be a great part of it. Just subscribe, and then that way you'll know when I'm uploading new videos, when I'm doing live streams, and you can participate as you would like. Also, if you click that little alert bell, it'll let you know the moment that I upload something. Please give me a like, you know? Give me a hey, thumbs up, because, you know, why not? So, yeah, I mean, I really appreciate everyone out there, and I'm really trying to grow this channel, and I'm really pleased with how fast it's growing. I think we're all doing a great job together, and I just want to say thank you. So as I like to leave it, don't let your passions center around your life. Let your life center around your passions.